Hey friends, how's it going? Hey, what's going on? Hello, all the friends. Hope everybody's doing good. Thought I'd start off with a little Snoopy. What's up, C Swan? I gotta see what that is. On the computer, I can't see those. Let's look. I love it. Peeping in there. What's up, Amy? Hello, Shook Space. Hello, Coin Man. Purdue Fan. All the friends. Andy! Well, you guys, this week I told you I would do shorter shows. What's up, Christels? I would do shorter shows because it's a week, um, and I earned them. That's what I'm gonna do this week. So I do have my bin fully loaded, so it's technically scheduled as a bin show. So there's always something for sale. I'm not typically running any auctions because I am going to do these shows shorter just for this week. I didn't even do my Coffee Talk Tech Chat because every night is a chat show. But I will resume my Coffee Talk next week. It is a sponsored Whatnot show. What's up, Mimics? How you doing? Yeah, it is a sponsored Whatnot show. So which that means is they've given me a little bit of swag to give away. So I'll be giving away a couple of these next week. These little Whatnot banners. I think it's on Tuesday. I have to look. Are they cool? They're really cute. I had it up on the wall, but I didn't use the right tape. You sneaky in today. I know, aren't they cool? They're cute little pennants. They're probably, I don't know how big they are. They're not super, they're not super huge. They are awesome, though. They're really nice felt. They did a good job on these. It's too bad. I want, oh. Damn, you could put a stick in them. You could put a stick so you can make your own little Whatnot flag. Yeah, so actually, like you could put, I don't have anything over here small enough, but you can actually put something in the black, where the black is. Yeah, there's an opening on it. So probably like a 1/4 inch dowel. You could get it like Michael's or something. Yeah, or at your local hardware store. So I'll be giving away, I think, 2 or 3 of those. And then, yeah, we didn't get any fried shrimp this year. I know, aren't they cool? So I think I think I have it scheduled for Tuesday. I have to look at the calendar with Whatnot because we have to tell them when our show is. Actually, I think I put it in my calendar. It's kind of been a busy. Let's see. I think it is Tuesday. Yeah, I'm actually okay. My coffee talk is going to be at 10:23. Yeah, I had to move it up because I have a meeting in the morning. No, what in the hell? I don't know what's happening right now. I have to see. Now I put the wrong. I think I put the wrong info in there. Maybe it's at 12:23. I don't know. Just I'll figure it out later. Yeah, 59 D's to go till I hit my goal. Um, if you didn't know, I quit my shows. If you weren't here, yeah, I scared Christels, but that's a good light April Fool's joke. But it is a lot to go live every single day. It is. It's a lot to go have gone 306 days live every day. Even if you're not selling, just to stay committed to that. But I actually found it easier for me to go live because I'm comfortable hanging out with you guys, right? I think the hardest thing about Whatnot is actually being consistent in selling. That's the hardest part, in my opinion. Um, yeah, a couple of people said I was a jerk for it, but that's all right. I don't usually do any April Fools because we got enough shit in this country going on right now that's no joke. But I won't joke about anything like that, right? What's up, Bolt? Bolt called me a jerk, but it's okay. I know she was laughing after. What's up? Yeah, so anyways, I did that. Um, and, it's like sometimes we do need to laugh for sure. Yeah, staying positive. But on June 2nd, I'm going to talk about the 365 project. I did make some graphics. I redid all my graphics for this wrap up, I guess we should call it. There should be a poll. Did you fall? Half the people don't even know about it because it was only on really on Instagram. Should I do a poll for that? It didn't show us because okay. Well, Heart Center still have a question on your FYP. Was it when Brooke had her community show or her regular show? Because Brooke wasn't on the top for her community show for me, but she was on top of my FYP for her selling show that she did early, the first part of her show. Not D. Oh, look at you, Mimix. I love it. So, what do you think? You fell asleep in Andy's show. Andy's show is pretty chill. Well, which one was it? Because she changed. I think she changed just the category. So, did you when you found her on? Was it after she had changed the over to, or was it before? Because that would be a good answer for us. Andy is sponsored by Speedify. Oh man, you woke up in some luxury show. Were they yelling? Wouldn't that be cool to know, like how many raids you've gone through? Yeah, the reason Heart Center Soul why I ask is because that Ange, what's going on? Thank you for your purchase. I appreciate you. And you got the Awake Club. Wake up. No, but I mean like when you actually realized Brooke was not at the top and you had to search for her, had she already started the second half of her that oh by the way, Ange, that red dish is gorgeous. It is actually absolutely gorgeous. You're gonna love it. Both. Okay. You know why I'm trying to figure. Because her and I were, well, I know she mentioned in there, so I'm going to figure out if, okay, I'm not going to state why right now, because we both kind of agreed tonight, like what the thought was on why we come up on the FYP. I don't want to say yet, but that's why I was asking you. I didn't want to know if you saw her on the FYP, so you didn't see her at all in there. Okay. I just want to know when you were looking for her. Had she already stopped selling and changed to community? Because she changed her category tonight. If that makes any sense. What's up, Hazy? How you doing? Yeah, Bolt, the raids. I always wanted to just leave my OBS on so I could follow somebody who I've like screen recorded and just see how far it takes it. Like I've been in raids and I've screen recorded the whole event. And I've always wanted to see where it stops. I mean, it's supposed to not stop, but some sellers who are new get a raid and they don't know how to raid yet. Or some sellers don't even raid at all. Yeah, some people don't raid. And that's kind of their business, right? What time did she end? Well, I think she's 2 hours ahead of me. So, is she central? Yeah, she's central. I'm gonna get to search for her. She didn't raid. She ended like maybe at 10 my time. Oh yeah, she's mountain time. Yeah. So I think she ended at 10. So I heard her saying something like, oh, it's like 1 a.m. for some of you. But I was kind of doing a couple of things when she raided Cindy. She raided Cindy. So I'm not 100% sure the exact time. So right before you woke up then. Well, the algorithm probably changes all the time. And now that Whatnot has, when you schedule a show, you know how you have to put in the show type, auction, bin, or mystery? I think that's changing the algorithm. That's my suspicion. How did you end up in luxury? Well, you fell asleep in Andy's show, so who did Andy raid? That's probably why. And then whoever Andy raided someone else. A couple of times I've fallen asleep and woken up, someone was screaming, and I ended up in a sports card show from like vintage decor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was getting a headache in my sleep. It was funny though. You don't even search Pokemon and it's all over your page? Really? Do you follow in the Pokemon category, any card category? That's really a trip. It's interesting how that works. What's up, Hudson? No? Yeah. I mean, it's like the same thing on your phone when you search something or you're talking, and then you don't even search it. The next thing you know, you're having a conversation with somebody, and you might be talking about, watch, this is going to happen. I need to get a new dog house for my pup. He's getting a little bit big. And the next thing you know, maybe the next day, you're going to have on your whatever browser you use, dog houses, and it's going to be all over there. Even on Whatnot, it'll show up. I've seen that happen already. What's up, Bria? How you doing? Yeah, you don't know anything about cards. It happens. They're always listening. I mean, the apps, even if you turn off all the things, they know. I mean, you heard about Alexa, Amazon's Alexa. Even if you turn it off and you don't want them to report your info, they're still doing it anyhow. That's their new policy. Are you going to be leaving Whatnot? I don't know. Did you hear that? Is that the rumor? I always somehow end up with Tupperware. Do you really? That's funny. Tupperware. You made sourdough pizza rolls the other day? Oh my God. Oh, I bet they were good. Yum. You wake up to people selling Tupperware? That's so funny. I always want to know, like, okay, what that's a good thing though in a way, because Whatnot, when someone raids, that means they're raiding from like estate sales to like Tupperware, or estate sales to, you know, the cross category raids are pretty great. Yeah. Did you see Bria? I'm not leaving Whatnot. Yeah. I might be trying something else in addition to Whatnot, but I'm not leaving Whatnot. Not anytime soon. I kind of like it here. I mean, I kind of love it here, actually. I'm just wrapping up the reason why you see my show graphic says 59, because I was doing a 365. I am doing a 365 project, so I'm on show 306 out of 365 days. So I only have 59 streams to go to my goal. Oh, yeah, no, Amy. Does it look like I have 59 days till I'm going to leave? That's what I told it to, C-Swan. Should I read that? Dear phone spy, I don't need a sugar person, but maybe a sprinkle person. Haha, just kidding. But I'd like to win the lotto, so send me the winning numbers. Signed, C-Swan. No, I'm not. I have no plans to leave at all. But you never know, like, what the future holds. Like, I could go to work for a company and I don't have time to do it anymore. Life changes. You have to pivot with life. You just don't know. But I do enjoy, being on live. I enjoy streaming. So I don't plan on giving that up. Yeah, and kids are a priority. My children are my priority. I mean, I'm first, but the kids are a priority. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. I hope you and the kiddos are all doing good. Yeah. Yeah, kids are always first. It's not a hard decision. Like, my family is number one. My children. Yeah. The other part of the family, yeah, they're number like 5. Like siblings and all that. I love them, but they're not my main number one. The kids are. Yeah. Yeah. Family first. Then myself. Then the husband. Then the family. My mom. My mom's in there. My mom's up there with my kids, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick who's up there in the top, but like, to be real, right? Yeah. 110% family is always first, yeah. And the kids, soon, I mean, if you blink, your kids grow up and they're on their own, starting their own lives, and that's what you want. Your background reminds me of an old TV show that was about a mysterious happening in a town. I can't remember what it was called. Driving me crazy. Uh-oh. Who's taking spot number 69? I won't tell. You can have 68. Oh my goodness. So yeah, 59 days to the goal. Okay. Does it read off as 59 days left on Whatnot? Because then maybe people will come in and shop. I know. Number 68, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I have to like save 69 for like Not Stifler's mom. Because that's her number. She's not doing any shows either. You know, she's doing on someone else's stream. I forgot now who she told me she was selling for. I forgot the guy's name. She sent it to me. I just forgot off the top of my head. Yeah, she's no more Not Stifler's. She will have shows. Come on. Yeah. Well, if you're just coming in, we're just going to hang out a tiny bit and then we're going to raid. Moon Sky, what's going on? How you doing? What's up? Thank you, Bria. Hey. What's up? Yeah. That red chat. I'm going to die laughing right now. Lots of name calling. Lots of name calling for a number. You shouted me out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I was trying to come and visit you, but I had to go take a nap. Wasn't it your date night tonight? She won't even get the note. Yes, she will too. Yeah, she might be lurking. She's moving, I think. You did date night tonight? I like to come in there. I actually was so tired today because we went to Universal yesterday. And so anyways, we got home and then I was just like tired. I did my stream last night and then woke up really early today. Did a whole lot of nothing really, you know, all the household kinds of items. And then tonight I was like, I need to take a nap. It was like 5 o'clock. And then like I didn't want to sleep past 8. And my husband's like, hey, are you gonna get up? Don't you have your show? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. There was no one there. It was awesome. What's up, Kat? How are you doing? How's Fred doing? Yeah. We went. I mean, I went by myself. Shh, don't tell anybody. I went by myself because I have a lot of friends that work there. And so they're always trying to get me to come work there. But it's like a commute and a half. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Fred is a wild boy. Well, at least he's not feral, right? I'm good. I'm good. Actually, really good. Enjoying, like, this week is like family vacation week. And so, doing shorter shows, but I'm still on target for my 365. Oh, why is the screen black on the bottom? Because usually I have a second camera when I'm selling, because I use OBS. And so I was doing like small figures, like little Disney figures and stuff. And so it's only black. It helps with the chat. You could read. Yeah, yeah. Because I don't have any pants on. That's it. Yeah, after tonight it'll be 58. I was setting up the graphics this week. Yeah. Sees one, only sees one. But isn't it easier on the eyes, the chat? You should have known. Yeah, I was a non-pants pandemic person. I know, I'm doing it. I can't believe it. Yeah, so on June 2nd, I'm going to have a chat show talking about what I learned, why I did it, what would I do different. Is there a round 2? Is there a round 2? I don't know. Is it going to become a challenge? I've had a lot of sellers ask me about the challenge, that they want to get on and do the 365 project. Twin Peaks. Oh yeah, I remember that show. You can't wait for that show. Yeah, bookmark it. Yeah, I've been making a list of all the things and what I would do differently, what I learned about it, what I learned about myself doing it actually. What are we all going to do at night without you? Who said I'm leaving? Who said I'm leaving? Maybe I'm totally going to change my shows. Yeah. Maybe I'm totally not going to do them anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely be still here on Whatnot. I am going to change my schedule. Yeah. There is I learned a lot going live every day. Yeah, I learned a lot. I will say that. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about Whatnot, how the algorithm works. It is constantly changing. That I noticed. And so that I'm going to reveal all that on June 2nd. I don't know what time I'm going to do that stream because a few people are like, Dee, I'm not up that late. So I may do like I do coffee talk, but do it a little bit later than that. I got to see what date. I don't even know what June 2nd is on a. I don't even know what day it's on. I feel like it's on like a Thursday or something, but. Oh no, it's on a Monday. Oh, it's on a Monday. Yeah, it'll probably have to be either a daytime or, yeah, morning or evening. Oh, yeah, it's a Think Sees one. That's why you said it. It sounds like you're not sure. No, I'm sure. I actually know what I want to do. I'm gonna split between it. Yeah, because it is kind of hard to go live every single night. But with the insomnia, like it's messed up right now this whole week. Yeah. So, but with having insomnia, um, nighttime is way easier. But it goes in spurts too. Sometimes I get on these regular people hours where I go to bed at 9 o'clock, but then I wake up at like 3. So I've done a couple of shows where I started at like 3 a.m. When I first started on Whatnot. I kind of like that time because then 3 is like 6 on the East Coast. Okay, I was at the top when I came back on the app. Now maybe it was listening. Was it on? Oh, it doesn't show you by category. It's just on the FYP, right? Yeah. I'm consistency does do that. There was another thing I wrote down. I forgot right now. Yeah, so I definitely will still do Insomniac Club. I mean, that's why I started Whatnot, because the convenience of that. Fred must be my cat. He wakes up 3 to 4 a.m. to run around the house and pounce me. He's a little heathen, huh? 3 o'clock in the morning. My old boss had a cat like that. It literally was an insomniac. So everybody else would be sleeping, and his name was Paco, and he loved his catnip. So she had it all set up for him. Get his catnip, he'd be chilling, and it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning. He'd like pounce right on top of her head while she was dead asleep. She had to start closing her door because it was like every night he wanted to play. Yeah, he was a chill cat, but like he'd get like some kind of hyper spark in him, and he'd just start wreaking havoc on all the cats. Lisa, what's going on? Yeah, he would mess with all the cats. Yeah, he was nuts. So he'd sleep all day, like an insomniac typically would. Yeah, it's something. That cat, and they had like, she had like, you know how you have like, she had like a cat, I don't know what you want to call it, like a, hello. You know how you have like a cat, it's like a compound, I guess. So she had like no, it was outside. So you have like an aviary for birds. Well, she had this for cats outside. So it was all caged in because she literally lived in Benedict Canyon, which is in Beverly Hills. And so if she didn't have it caged in, all the mountain lions and the cats would not be around. They'd be gone because there's all kinds of wildlife in that area. And this cat would be jumping back and forth like he was nuts when all the cats were sleeping. So he made tons of noise. So we had to close that so he couldn't get out there. It's all about the training too, because he's new to your environment. He's new to your home, so you don't want him trashing your house either. Um, but you sometimes have to. That's what she ended up having to do, is put it in the crate. She hated that more than anything, but she was like, "This is getting out of hand." And she had her cat. He's actually on her book too. He's I don't know. She had him like 20 years. Yeah, that's what her cat was doing. She had to take her blinds down. She had like these long. She had these real big windows, and she had a couple of blinds on the one side because the sun came in. She had to take them down, cat, because there was literally cat scratch marks going all the way down. They were vertical. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It wasn't funny because they were real expensive, you know. Yeah. But she ended up going, all right, either I have to crate him at night for like 4 or 5 hours, and it ended up working out fine. Yeah, when you're asleep, that's what she said when the cat would jump on her head. She's like, man, I thought someone like was getting me. It would scare the crap out of her. So she just ended up going, "You're getting crated. That's it, cat. Love you, but you got to get crated." Yeah, otherwise the cat would have trashed everything in her house. She had this real expensive, I don't know what the hell it was, but it was a piece of furniture. Kind of like a divider, but it was some special thing. And there was like only one of a kind from some bougie artist. And the cat had ruined had paper in it. And the cat, all you saw was the claw marks, and you can't replace it. The artist was not going to fix it. And that was her last. He messed so much stuff up in her house, but that was the last. That was it. Last draw on that one. Yep, cat was out. He doesn't mind. Oh, that's good. Yeah, as long as give him a toy, give him some catnip. Yeah, he'll learn because he's still a baby, right? So, did you say he's like a year old or older? He's probably a baby. Yeah, I think he's a baby. Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna learn. Plus, it's a new environment. He's only been with you, what, a month or so? 2 months now. Yeah, we're talking. If you just came in, we're talking about cat's cat. Fred. Since Valentine's Day, yeah. So he's still a little baby. So what's everybody got going on this week? Your kids are on break if you have little kids, or did everybody already have their spring breaks? And if you're watching on YouTube, hey YouTube, I didn't check over there today. Kind of bad about that. Actually, half the time my YouTube lately hasn't been working. Oh, you have a tame 2-year-old, but the 1-year-old's still wild, yeah. Oh, that's good, Amy. Yeah, the time went quick from when the kids started school, and then we got Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, or winter break as they call it. And now it's spring break. This is it. Now they're going to wrap up another year just like that. I mean, they can't wait to be out, you know. I got some YouTube comments here. What the heck? You like my Dollar Tree glasses? Thank you. They're not Dollar Tree. I wish they were. I wish I could wear Dollar Tree glasses. I can't. I wouldn't be able to see. Oh, gosh. Dixon, not you again. Oh, the funny comments I get. Okay. It's raining. You got a lot of rain right now? Oh, no. Hopefully you have an easy fix. I can't imagine living in an area when you have that flooding, you know, or potential issues. Like the Hodgepodge place, she has her basement because of the type of foundation she's on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What's up? Happy birthday to Buddy. Now he's zooming everywhere like an orange flash. Yeah, it was in February. Wait, how did I see that post? Did you just have the party? Or am I seeing old posts? Oh, okay, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, happy 1 year, 1.2 years, buddy. What a spoiled buddy. Oh my gosh, how cute. All the little treats. No, I do that too all the time. I'm like, I'm gonna just call my post like a time machine. Yeah. You had a cute giveaway show? That's so cute. Everybody in their pooches or their kitties. He runs across the floor, hops and jumps across everything. I haven't had a kitty in a long time. Yeah, birthday cake. Oh, that's cute. Did other dogs like come to the party or was it just for your show? Yeah, that's cool. One dog did. It was crazy. Oh, that's cool. How funny. What is blinking on my computer? Hold on. Oh. It's my 360 camera. I forgot. It was a buyer you met on Whatnot? Oh, that's cool. She sells sometimes. Nice. Hold on. I'm trying to turn this thing off. Okay, there we go. That's fun that you got your pups together. Let's see what else is going on. So I'm probably gonna rate because I have to go to bed because I have to be up at like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock actually. You're almost. Oh, is she on vacation? She's at Universal. Oh, that's cool. We went yesterday actually. It was great. There was like no one there. The weather was freaking beautiful. It was perfect. It was on the chilly side, but nice. Yeah. It was like 20 minutes at the longest wait. And usually I was kind of surprised there was nobody there, but not. Yeah. And we ended up getting season passes, so like pretty cheap for Southern Cali. I haven't been to the Florida one. I'd like to go to that one. Is she out here? Or she went to the Florida? Yeah, because they have that full Harry Potter, like Diagon Alley, I think. LA. Oh, right on. Yeah, we just went yesterday. We were going to go back today, but then we're like, yeah. Because you have to, like, when you get a season pass, you have to, like, book online, like, what day you're going to go. But Universal's not a huge theme park. Like, it, just a select. So it's not a 2-day park. You could do everything in 1 day. You could do everything in a half day. Yeah. When I used to go there a lot, like, growing up, I could go in for, like, 4 hours and be done with the whole place. Yeah. The kids loved it. They went on all the rides. I went on a couple. Yeah. Sometimes I can't go on the roller coasters anymore. I get too big of a headache. Yeah, when I was young, I'd go on all that. I didn't care. She goes a lot for just a few hours. Yeah, like I even have friends that have season passes for Disneyland, and they'll go there like just to eat lunch and then go on a couple rides and go home. Like they don't even bother with waiting or any of that. They're like, yeah, it's too busy. We're just gonna leave. We'll come back next week. I never did a Disney season pass. Just that. Well, technically I did because I worked there. We had a free pass. That was way back when. They don't do that anymore. They only give you tickets. Now they give you tickets unless you work in the park, I think. I think the people that work in the park actually can take people in with them. Yeah. One of my friends, she works in California Adventure Bar. Where did you work there? I worked at in Burbank. Yeah, I worked for Buena Vista Television probably 1993 and 4. Yeah, so I worked with Buena Vista Television, which made they did a lot. We would do a lot of dailies, is what they're called. Oh no, I didn't work in the park. No. Yeah, I didn't work over there. I just worked actually at the lot post production. Yeah, we basically would do something before animation. I mean, not animation. Digital was invented. We did something called rotoscoping. And so we would shoot from a crane camera down, and we would make, in animation when they go and draw and everything with real life, we would make the prints for the real life animation. They don't do that anymore. Everything's digital. I mean, they might still do it. Some artists do the old school. But we did that way before. And then animation came out, I don't know, 5-6 years later. Or digital was kind of starting to come out then. Yeah. It was pretty fun, though. And you had to be union to work those cameras. But my boss was like, I think you need to learn. And he trained me. I was not union. So, and then we left and did virtual reality. And that was a whole other journey. That was pretty cool. I always wanted to work at the park. But I didn't want the drive, so I just didn't. You know what? Like, honestly, yeah, there's like where you parties, like, oh, I wish I would have taken the opportunity to work, oh, in Anaheim office. Yeah. I mean, it's a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing working there, in my opinion and my experience. My regret for working there is not staying there because I got a huge offer, but I decided to go with an opportunity that uh, definitely led me somewhere else. The office, no, it's. I know where it is. It's probably, I don't know. Is it still there? It was on Ball, yeah, Ball Road, I think. But it's by the park. It's not in the park. They have a couple of buildings, I think, too now. But like working at the Burbank Studios was pretty cool because I lived like on the same street as Disney, but just over a couple like blocks, I guess. And yeah, I can't remember. It was 27 years ago. Mine was 30, so there you go, 1994. Yeah, and I would ride my bike to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd have a big ass 80 ounce cup of coffee. It was like from the Shell gas station, you know, those cups. And I had a cup holder on there, and I had my little AM FM radio on my bike. And I'd ride into the lot. I just waved to him. You didn't have to sign in back then. All right, hey, how's it going? Talk to the security for a little bit. Go park my bike. I didn't have to lock my bike. I would just leave it there, grab my coffee, turn my radio off. Sometimes I left the radio on. It was funny. And then just go to work. And I'd go in the basement because and I'd turn all the machines on. I'd check the chemical levels, and we'd start developing film. Or we'd start shooting film from the sketches of the artists. And then one of the things I would do, oh my gosh, my eyes, it messed my eyes up. There was a thing where you'd have the artist's work, and then you'd have a litho, like a litho kind of over it, and you had to put it on a light box. And it had to be a pitch black room. And so they give me an opaquing pen, and I would sit in there for like 4 hours at a time, and I'd have to mask and dot out all the dust or anything on it that didn't match the artwork. So when they did like an animation sequence where like Mickey Mouse was running through and there was a splash of water around him, that's what I would be doing for hours actually. But you'd have to take a break because your eyes would be like strained from that light box. And going from dark to light is very hard for hours, for days. Yeah, I did that a lot. Everybody decorated their cubicle there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I did the opaquing probably for like almost a year. Yeah, I liked it because it was like I could go from 5 a.m. and be off at 1 o'clock. And then back then they had like the commissary, so you could go eat. You had to pay for it all, but it was all so cheap. Yeah, it was all so cheap. And the people were so nice there. And then I ended up meeting a lot of people there actually, who I'm still friends with a bunch of them. Yeah, it was a good experience. It was a very good experience. And I would work there again. And I still have friends that work there. Actually, they've got a lot of people I know from back then have kind of retired, you know, because they were like older. But there's so many new people that have come in. Yeah, that's fun. But you know, that's how life is. You take on something temporary. It's never, I don't think anything's, you know, permanent. It's all kind of a temporary. And temporary could be 20-year temporary, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's not temporary. You went for the closer drive. Yeah, because we know traffic sucks here. I know. It's like I've had worked for really great companies, and the drive is over an hour and a half one way. That's just too much. It takes, when you're young and you don't have kids, it's not a big deal. You just do it. You kind of regret it after a while because the drive on the freeway is too much. And then after having kids, then I started working from home. Your current 12 hours takes you 45 minutes, 13 miles. It's the best. Yeah, my longest was an hour and a half one way. It was almost 2 hours. And I did that for about a year and a half. Yeah, it was about a year and a half I did that. And then the company moved farther away. And then it was 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I can't stay working here anymore. I loved it so much, but the drive was too much. It was like almost 5 hours a day. So I'd have to leave. If I left before traffic, I'd have to leave at 5 in the morning, 3 hours before my shift. I just wasn't prepared to do that. Yeah, I could go visit my mom, but then she's sleeping. I don't wake her up every day at 5 o'clock, even though she would have loved it. Yeah. So I just ended up, working for a different company at that point. And that's when I started working in my house. I worked for a beauty company who made pedicure products. They're like professional for salons and stuff. And that was the best ever because I was a sales manager, so I just traveled. So on my down days, I worked from home and I went to the office once a week. That was absolutely the best. And most of the time I was on the phone with the boss anyhow. We're making deals or, doing marketing or whatever. Yeah, and she lived actually her house, the office was still over an hour away. But it was once a week and then it started being every other week because she traveled a lot. Oh my gosh, could you imagine driving there every day? Yeah, that's nuts. I have a friend that she's in car sales and she lives in Mission Viejo and she drives to, she moved to Mission Viejo now. She was living like in the OC and she was selling cars like down in San Diego. The drive was over 2 hours with traffic, usually like an hour. But now her drive is, I don't know, she works for a dealer like real close to her house in Mission Viejo. So maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Because of the traffic. If there was no traffic, it would be a couple of minutes. Yeah. What's up, East Coast? If you just popped in, we're just kind of chatting. Yeah. I'll probably be on for a couple of minutes. I know I haven't been on very long. But I did say I was going to do shorter shows this week. What's up? Yeah, tomorrow we're going to go have some fun. And then I'll be on late again. And I'll tell you guys about it, what we did. Yeah, I don't know. And now I've been working for myself, so it's like I don't really have a commute, but I try to get out and do stuff, sourcing and stuff, so I'm not always in the house. Yeah. But I still do client work. I have a lot of clients that I've kept on for, oh gosh. I always say when did I retire, but that's what I call it. I've had the same clients for about 15 years. Yeah, thankfully, I'm so grateful for the clients I've had. Oh, I do marketing. Yeah, I do marketing and photography. So I'll do like graphic design and update their websites, build websites for like catalogs. So companies that have products and not just regular catalogs, but like huge catalogs. Yeah. So I've been doing that. It's probably over 15 years, but I have been doing it since Feet First. So that was, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, so I probably do like 5 to 6 catalogs a year, but they're big. They're like 40 plus pages. They're ginormous. Yeah, so I'll do that, and I do photography. I still do product photography. Yeah, and I kind of let go of my newborn and portrait business. I stopped doing this. Yeah, just the time. I didn't have enough time for it anymore. Yeah, I really, that's one thing I really love to do. Thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of like my thing. And then the selling kind of happened when I wanted something else to do to bring in extra income being a stay-at-home mom. And actually, before I was a parent, I was selling to make extra money because I wanted some kind of passive income. And then I just, like I started doing, what was I selling first thing? Probably just random electronic items that I would buy and then flip. Hey Paula, how you doing? Hey Linda. Good morning. Yeah, I think that's what I probably flipped first. Some like basic electronic stuff, cameras, but just like little stuff. Extra things around the house, right? Because that's how you should start. And then I started making like kids nursery, babies nursery decor. I started doing that and had a pretty good little business on the bay. And then I had a kid, and then I got people copying me, and it totally changed. But actually, what changed is when I opened like a store on the bay. It totally changed. I started getting like zero sale. I went from selling like 200-300 items a week to literally zero when I got a store on there. It definitely changed. And then there was copies, so I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I started doing different stuff. I started doing more computer repair, and then I kind of like there was no online live selling at all. And this was all just on the side. It wasn't even like a thing. And then it kind of just gradually came into this, what it is now, really. But several years of trying all kinds of different things. Yeah. I mean, that's how we learn, right? And since then, it's like, I don't know. Oops. I love it. Yeah, you just got to try different things so you find what you're passionate about. At least for me, that's my thoughts on it. And obviously, you can't do this if you're not making any money, because not making any money does not pay your bills. And some people aren't here just to pay their bills, you know? Yeah. But I'm gonna, yes, I don't know. And some people are doing extremely well on here, just showing up, running stuff, doing their thing. You find what works for you. Hello, Anna. How you doing? Oh, I got to get rid of a comment. Excuse me. That's a nasty one. Yeah, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so the rest of this week I'm going to do short shows. I'm going to raid out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know it was just real chill. Some of you may have fallen asleep. And that's okay. Yeah, it's very mellow. I thought today was Sunday, you guys. That's how mellow it was. I absolutely thought it was Sunday. Oh, you're working? All right, good night. Let me find someone to raid, because I want to try to get to bed before midnight tonight. It's too late for that. But tomorrow will be 58. If I'm around during the day, it may go on. I don't know. I'm going to try to do my coffee talk I said on Saturday, but I'm just seeing how the rest of the week, today, Thursday, and then Friday, and then Saturday. Yeah, because we've been doing a lot of stuff. Let's raid this new person. They have one person in their stream. Okay. They're doing sudden death pop-up show. Chill. Well, we set up for this weekend. Low starts. Reduce shipping. Amy is on if you want to raid her. Oh, I already picked somebody brand new. I think Amy, I would raid her too. I just did. Thanks for the suggestion. I appreciate it, Hot Mess. Yeah, no problem. Let's see what this is all about. She has 3 people in there. Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me always. I appreciate it. 58 tomorrow. Have a good night, a good sleep, and do something nice for yourself. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Have a good night.